Welcome back to the P.S. Gilmore story and episode 46. And we're specifically looking at the American Centennial celebrations in 1876 in Philadelphia. So you're most welcome. The proper title for this event was the International Exhibition of Arts, Manufactures and Products of the Soil and Mines, but it was better known as the American Centennial celebrations. And here is one of the tokens that I have, which was issued in 1876 of Independence Hall. But it celebrated the 100th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence in Philadelphia. And what an event. It basically exhibited, briefly, I suppose, national pride that the nation had come so far in 100 years. Here's a lithograph actually from May the 4th, 1876, and showing the opening of the Centennial exhibition. But in actual fact, it didn't start until May the 10th, as you will see. The exhibition itself was, I suppose, a very brave move on the part of America at this stage. America was in debt, bad debt. And to give you an idea of the exuberance of the organizers, here's my visitor's guide to the Centennial exhibition. And it's a magnificent little book of 6 inches long with beveled edges and so on, inlay and magnificently produced with guides to the actual grounds of the Centennial, as well as the plan of Philadelphia as it was at that stage. This guide was only available on the grounds of the exhibition, as it happens. But the exhibition itself comprised a very wild style of grandiose exhibitions. I suppose systematic of the Gilded Age and comprising of over 200 exhibits. You'll see one or two in a minute. But it was, in actual fact, the very first World Fair that was held in America. And it attracted 10 million visitors. I'll be back to that in a second. Here's the Centennial Commission have invited Mr. P.S. Gilmore to conduct the musical exercises on the 4th of July, and he has accepted. They have also engaged Mr. Gilmore and his full band to give grand concerts for 30 days following the opening day. What an honour this was, and this is further proof as to why we have to ask the question as to how the heck is Gilmore not known to this day? The question is now, is the contract binding? This is a reference to the fact that the original contract for musical director was given to Theodore Thomas, and then the Director General stepped in and he gave it to Gilmore. How is this to be settled? We never find this out. We never find out why there is the upset about the actual contract whatsoever. But there is no doubt that as regards a draw, an attraction, I suppose, there was none better than Gilmore. We hear that Mr. Gilmore, whose band will probably be engaged for the entire Centennial season by the Commission, purposes giving a daily concert both at the exhibition and at his garden in New York, to offer out this plan. 2 special lightning trains, imagine, will have to be engaged daily over the Pennsylvania Railroad. So I suppose in the absence of a 707 or 737 or whatever the aircraft is, lightning trains will suffice. At 15 minutes past 10, this was on the 4th of July, General Hawley called the immense assemblage to order, and an orchestra of 250 musicians under the leadership of Professor Gilmore opened with the grand overture of the Great Republic, arranged for the occasion. The music pavilion located in Lansdowne Valley has been completed, and tomorrow the concerts by Gilmore's band will begin there daily from 10 to 12 and from 3 to 5. So it was indeed all hands on deck. So many people, 10 million people, imagine that. When Gilmore was basically called to the St. Louis exhibition or exposition, he was, it was quoted that he was a guarantee of another 900,000 attendees to that exposition alone. Here is, in keeping with the Gilded Age theme, here is a medal from the 1876 event in commemoration of the 100th anniversary of American independence by the authority of Congress of the United States of America. Done in gold, so we've got the gilded part of it done, and it's a beautiful ornate medal, but it also is significant because it shows the positivity that everyone has as a result of this event. Not only are we all looking forward to the next 100 years or the next 200 years or whatever it is, we're also really forgetting about the fact that America at this stage is short of money, really badly short of money. It's broke at this stage, but it will very quickly in the next 20 years from this become one of the leading powers in the world as an industrial nation. So it's a wonderful reflection of the times that we're in at this stage. You're looking forward at America. You're looking forward at how it's all going to develop and so on and so forth. One of the people that Gilmore brought to America at this stage was a Frenchman, Jacques Offenbach, the creator of Orpheus of the Underworld, and more famously even the Can-Can. A wonderful composer, and we look at him later in a future documentary. Offenbach closed his concert season on Friday last and will be succeeded at Gilmore's Garden by Mr. Gilmore himself and his famous military band. He played on a number of occasions in Gilmore's Garden. And here is the first introduction that America had to the hand of Lady Liberty herself, who was set up as an exhibit on the shores of the lake, of the manufactured lake, I believe, in the Centennial. And you could go up the arm of the hand up to the top, up to the torch for 50 cents. Little did they know that this edifice would be still standing, but this time in New York. And here's the announcement on October the 10th. 14 people have been killed, 46 badly injured, heads blown off and bodies mutilated. And I suppose in keeping with the Gilded Age, it signifies that not only are there some people becoming exceedingly wealthy, but also that those that are poor and at the very bottom of the ladder are not given much benefit of any safety whatsoever. As a result of this accident, which happened in Pittsburgh, Gilmore put on a special concert. Here it is, for the benefit of the sufferers of the late explosion. And he was very quick off the mark. It was in the exposition building, one of the last concerts he gave. And you will see shortly that there was money raised from this to the tune of, I believe, about $800, $18,000 in today's money. And here is Gilmore the day afterwards thanking the newspaper publishers for the full free gratis advertisements for the concerts that were given for the benefit of the sufferers by the explosion at Zug's Mill. No, there was no protection for the average person on the street in those. It was cheaper to provide immigrant labour than it was to put in, for instance, pit props in coal mines and so on. And that continued until the advent of unions. Here you will find the enclosed a cheque for $800 being the profit resulting from the concert given by Mr. P.S. Gilmore for the benefit of Zug's Mill disaster. And so basically that is the story of the Centennial celebrations in Philadelphia. I have added some additional listening material to the P.S. Gilmore favorites. If you go into P.S. Gilmore favorites, you'll find them. But these are specifically on the Centennial celebrations. It's a wonderful story how this place was built against all odds. And it must have cost so much money in it, as I said, in a time when there wasn't any money. Thank you very much for listening to this. I hope you'll subscribe and click like. And we'll be back next week with episode 47 and something else from the Gilded Age. All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.